Welcome friends. Today's video is a continuation of the Spark series that we started for developing an end-to-end application. This is a chapter 2. If you have missed that video of chapter 1, I will give it an I button. Please have a look into it. In today's chapter, we are going to see how to save a data partition wise. Also we will discuss why partition by is important. Let us move on. Before moving on to a demo, let us understand why we need a partition. What is the importance of partition? Partition by is nothing but a simple optimization technique which can be used. Say here is a simple representation of data which is without partitions, and if we query to fetch results with some filter conditions, what it does is our Spark engine will completely look for the data. It will scan through each and every records in the inside the data, since it is without partition, and it will end up in giving a results. But whereas if we have a partition, if we have created a partition, then while executing a query, it will only scan through that partition alone, instead of scanning for the whole data inside inside the cluster. It will look in only for the partition to which we are going to apply the filter, and it will fetch the result from there. This is the basic idea of partition by. Now let us quickly move on to a demo, and I had opened a spider, the one which we used in our last session, and I have also opened the code that we developed in the last week. It is just a recap for all of us. Like, we have initiated a Spark session, and the data that we have is related to history data, weather data, which is from 2006 till 2016. We had a weather data, and what we did is we read the data and we cleaned up the data with the temperature column, humidity column, wind, pressure. We removed the records which is having a null value in it, and we retained the columns which is having only a value in it. Also, for reporting purpose, we have taken a invalid value as well, and we created a two files. One is for valid records and another one is for invalid records. So now what we are going to do is we are going to create a partition by on a date column. I will open a source file and I will show you. Let me open the input data first. Inside input, I will open the weather history data that we have. Now the data got open, and you can see we have a date time column in which we have date and the time has been appended with it. What we are going to do is we are having a date time. We will split the date time into only date, and we will partition the file with that date column. So let us see how we are going to split this date time into a date. We need to write a logic to split up the date time into date. I will remove these lines first. Let us add it after adding the logic for date time. Let us first do it for valid df alone. I will just give show command to see the data how it is. Okay, now you can see it is in a format like DDYY, and it has time format of HHMM and AM or PM. So we just directly can't convert it as a date until and unless we are using it as a split function. But split is not suggestible for using a partition by. So what we are going to do is we will convert this date time into a appropriate format like YY DD, and then we will apply a partition by on top of that. So for doing that, I will create a data frame date underscore df. I will name it like this, and let me create a logic. Valid underscore df dot. I will add a column with column, and I will name it as date only. Before giving the functions, I will import what all the required packages. PySpark.sql dot functions, and from that I am importing to date and from Unix time and Unix timestamp. So these are all the three things that we imported. Let us define the function. So now I will give toDate in this toDate. I will use from underscore Unix time inside this. I will use Unix timestamp to convert the date time into the required format that we need. So here I will give the column name. Our column name is date time, and here need to specify what is the schema of that date column. So our date column is mm/dd/yy, and it should be mm, and since we have AM or PM, I have to give it as A. It should be small, mm, and we need to apply a cast operation. Time stamp type. So again we need to import the types, so I will add that line as well. So now you are done. Let us give a show command. Okay. Valid underscore date underscore df dot show, and again I will put 2 records along. Let us see what is the output. I hope I have missed one. So now you can see here, like the date only column has been generated with the format that we need, YY, MM and DD. So same way we will do it for invalid DF as well. I will remove the show command since it is not needed. So now we are done with generating the date only column. Let us quickly add the partition by. So for adding partition by, I will write this output as a CSV file, the same command that we used, validate dot write dot. I will give options first. Options will be header is true, I will give a mode as overwrite, and I will add a partition by now, and here I have to give the column name. I will give the column name as date only, and finally we will be adding the path. So our output path is out valid. I will give that here. Same we have to do for invalid df as well. So now we are done. I will comment out this show command and let us quickly execute it. It started running. The job got completed. Since we had a huge number of data, from 2006 to 2016, around 10 years of data, it took around half an hour for me to complete. Since I ran it in a local mode, let us check our data file. It has created a valid and invalid directory, and inside valid directory, now we can see each and every file has been divided into a partition date. Inside every partition date I will have a CSV file. So in this way it got created. It took time since because it involves lots and lots of shuffling in it. So that's it for today, guys. Our next chapter will be on parameterizing the variables. You could see like we are giving input and output variables and not passing it as an argument, or else we are not maintaining it as a config file. In our next video we will see in detail on how to do that in an optimized way. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe to my channel and give a thumbs up signal if you like my content. Thanks for watching.